Hello everybody. Today we are doing the Die Rise No Purchase Challenge, which, as its name suggests, we can't buy anything. Well, except one thing. We can buy doors, otherwise we'd just be doing a starting room only challenge, right? But here's the cool thing about doing this challenge. Whenever you do this challenge, you have to pick a map, right? And whenever you pick a map, there's a lot of things that go into it. So you need to think about how do you progress in zombies, right? What's the end game? The end game is typically, have 4 perks, because perks make you strong. That's one way to get stronger, is having perks. And then you need a good weapon, whether it be a wonder weapon or just a really good pack-a-punch weapon. You need to be able to kill zombies. So you need to be able to stay alive from zombies, which is, perks. You need to be able to kill them, which is, your offense, your weapons. And Die Rise has ways to get both of those without having to buy anything at all. Except doors, of course. Whenever I say this, we're gonna stop saying doors, but understood that you do have to buy doors to do a lot of stuff. But you can get a weapon because this map has the second buildable wonder weapon ever, being the Sliquifier. I believe buildable wonder weapons were introduced in Black Ops 2, and the jet gun on transit would technically be the first of them. So we have the jet gun, and then we also have the Sliquifier on this map. Right? Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. I'm nervous about doing this drop. Let me focus on this right quick. I always mess this up. Please. Okay, good. Now I just need to get everything to fall down. And I just fall down. Please tell me I didn't forget something. No, I have everything. Okay. Yeah, and then we have the weapon. And then this map is one of the few maps where you can get free perks on. Not a ton of maps actually have ways to get free perks. And this one has a pretty easy way of doing it. On the jumping jack rounds, which are the special zombie rounds on this map, you can... if you have 100% shot accuracy, which means if you do fire, you don't miss anything, or you don't have to fire at all. If you just don't fire your weapon and you kill all the jumping jacks, then you get a free perk. You don't get any control. It is completely random, but hey, a perk is better than no perks. So that's why we also need the trample steam, is because with the Sliquifier, we can still miss a Sliquifier shot and not be able to get a perk. It's going to be a little nerve-wracking at the beginning because jumping jacks can absolutely swarm you. We're going to hope to be able to get in a nice comfy spot with the trample steam that we're going to be able to take them all down. Now what we have to think about is being able to build the Sliquifier, because we need a way to kill zombies, and the Sliquifier is one of the best wonder weapons of all time. It can kill over a horde of zombies in one shot. So ammo hopefully won't be a big issue. Might be a little boring at the beginning because I'm going to have to train everyone together because of the way the Sliquifier works. But I think it'll be okay. We really want to be able to have it built by round 5. So we want it built on round 4, or even preferably before then. Because I can probably knife each zombie 3 times and be pretty comfortable, right? But if I'm starting to have to knife zombies 4 times to be able to take them down, it's going to be a little bit more different. You might be thinking, oh, but round 4 should be a 4-hit knife. No. No, it is not. I've talked about this so many times. It is so weird and bizarre to me. But round 4 is only a 3-hit knife. So we just need to be able to make our way down. And I think I know where all the parts are. I hopefully won't have to cut anything while I'm searching for them. And we also need to be careful not to be in a position where we can get trapped in at these beginning stages here. So I probably should have not done this necessarily in the middle of a round. But I think it's okay. Okay, I keep going further down. Right. It's been a while. I've not played Die Rise since I think the last Die Rise video I recorded, which was a little while ago. I think what we'll do is this round we'll just kind of wait in this middle area, get everyone together. Hopefully not too close together, otherwise I will have to throw grenades and that will hurt our point game here. Because we need to be able to open a ton of doors in there. We need to be able to get all of the Sliquifier parts. Also, the beginning part, where I was like trying to get down with the trample steam, I cannot tell you guys how many times I recorded that because I would keep falling either all the way down and insta-die, or I accidentally wouldn't get all the things down to the bottom floor. I love Die Rise, but man, just the falling is like, oh, so consistently horrifying. Also, I'm not sure if we have perma-jug or not. We might. I'm not trying to cheat or anything with it. I don't think it is cheating to have perma-perks either, but we might have perma-jug. I'm not super sure. We'll see if we get double-tapped when we don't go down. But we'll keep on knifing everything. And I think the game plan will be just find somewhere to train, and we'll just be able to... Oh, no. Okay, so I think we might have perma-jug. We'll find somewhere to train, and just hope the Sliquifier can kill everything. Ammo will be a concern, because if we do run out of ammo in the Sliquifier, then things are going to go bad very, very quickly. Fingers crossed. Yeah, we definitely have perma-jug. Fingers crossed that the jumping jack rounds, which do give max ammos, will hopefully keep us alive a little bit. Let's go ahead and run over here. I think we want to try to get to the top. Oh, did I get it? Yes. Awesome, awesome. I actually do have points in the bank. Of course, we're not using those because that's absolutely cheating. But I forgot, at the end of the Die Rise video where I used the SVU, I think that I took a ton of points to the bank. So I've been trying to think of a way that I could do a challenge with the bank, and I don't think there's necessarily a way to. Because the bank is just infinite points. It's not necessarily what I would call a challenge. Where are these parts? This might take a minute here. I know there's one through here. I have 2 more doors I think I need to open. And I don't know if we have enough. I might have to, like, ride the elevators down and... Let me see. You're going down. If I get on you, you should go down 1. And I can get out at the thing. I just want to make sure I don't die to a zombie. Get out here. Alright, here we go. Here's some parts. Because I know I'm going to have to open this sofa area. And I want to see what all I can get before I have to open that sofa area. You're going a little fast, so I'm going to take you down, my dear friend. We have 1 zombie left. It's round 3. He shouldn't start sprinting. I don't believe they do that in this game. Okay, good. We have all 4 parts, because 1 part always spawns in the exact same area. So luckily, we were smart going down the elevator, and we can just run up here, and it will be right by the TV, because it always spawns here. I don't know why this particular part is always right here, but man, what is that, round 3 Liquefier? Not bad. Not bad at all. So now we just have to hope we can get perks and everything. I'll still be knifing for a bit just to conserve ammo. We're gonna have to wait. I don't love being down here, but we have no choice but to wait for the elevator. And I don't plan to just keep it on round 3 forever. So I do know the elevators go quicker if you're on them, but I can't get back over there because we took the elevator down. So what we'll do is we'll wait for this zombie. I think we'll just wait for the elevator here. I'll do a little cut and I'll get up to the top floor rather, and I will see you guys then. Okay, so on round 3, it looks like if you do have him long enough, he'll like start screaming like he's sprinting, but he won't be able to do like a full sprint, but he does get all mad like the last zombie usually does. But oh, we even have more ammo. Do we need points for anything? I guess to open up the map a little bit more. So we might just shoot some zombies again. I don't want to use this liquefier ammo too early, because if we do, then what am I trying to think here? If we use it too early, then whenever the zombies aren't together, we won't have enough for whenever we need it. We should have a jumping jack round before long. I think the jumping jack round, I'm just going to try to like put it right here and then just hide in the corner and hope they jump in front of me. I'm going to hope I don't have to train around it, but as we have figured out, we have permajug. It shouldn't be too much of an issue. But let's see, how many points can we get here? I'm not going to go full point horror mode where I get everything together. And by the way, the reason I have so many knives is just because they're armored zombies. It would normally be, I believe, 1 and 2 knives. That one was, let's see. So normal zombie, yeah, 1 clip, 2 knives. Let's see, I want to aim these up, get as many points. Ooh, my trigger finger is not there right now, it would seem. Firing a little bit slow. And let's think, what is our long-term strategy here? I think that by round 15, we should be able to have like 3 potential perks. I think that's right. So we'll try to get all 3 perks. We'll probably end around round 15. Because a lot of it now is just going to be waiting for jumping jack rounds. It's like, okay, cool, we have a sickle fire. Let's see if we can get a few sickle fire kills. Yeah, looky there. Also, that part I believe was the nav card part. Look how just destructive this thing is. It's also a little dangerous to use because it will have us just slipping and sliding everywhere. You know what? Now that I think about it, I don't think I want to train over here. But I also don't think I have a great way of getting to where I would want to train at. Because if I won't have my trample steam then, right? No, I can jump across and I can ride quick revive up, right? I think that's how that works. Let me go up here because I know where I want to be. I've thought about this now. I don't want to be in this area. I want to be over here. Oh, round 4 is definitely whenever they start running, huh? We'll get... Oh, my zombie died? I didn't know he was damaged. And we want to get off right here. And so this elevator can move a little quicker. Thank you. Please let me out. And if I open this, we can get to my favorite spot to train. Which I think is one of the areas, like, people never train in this area. I don't know why, because it's like the best area ever to train. Big, wide open space right here. And it's pretty easy, I think, to just get a spot in a corner and put down the trample steam for the... No, not Nova Crawlers, jumping jacks. I always forget what they're called. What, we're 3 knives now? Full clip and 3 knives. 1, 2, 3. Yes. I need to figure out how zombie health is calculated because I'm pretty sure it's exponential, but I don't know what round it begins to get exponential, if that makes sense. I also know that, what is it? I think it's round 1 through 97 is the same as round 98 to 100, which is a little crazy to think about. And it might just be that maybe zombie numbers are exponential. I wish I could tell you for certain. I really don't know. I love the nerdy stats side of it, but I just can never remember all the specifics. I think about this. I know on custom maps, you can have a Pack-a-Punch Sliquifier. And I feel like whenever Die Rise came out, you could get a Pack-a-Punch Sliquifier, but it might have just been a glitch. But I don't think that as of currently in Black Ops 2 Die Rise, you can naturally get the upgraded Sliquifier. Am I right in that? Someone in the comments, if you can, tell me if I'm right. Also, we're about 12 minutes into the video, I believe. I do want to ask right quick, if you're able to, please like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Comments really matter the most to me. I love comments, but of course, subscriptions and everything never hurt. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, you're feisty. 4. Okay, so 4 on round 5, not 5 on round 5. Curious. And I assume this round we're gonna have our dear friends show up. Let me see. Yes. So I'll put it down like here. And we'll just like stay here and oh no, my dear friend, please, just get on it. There we go. I am gonna have to like go around because of how this worked out. Okay, there we go. I think we're good now. And we just stay right behind this and we don't fire something. I'm taking my hands off of my mouse. I only have my hands on my keyboard now. We should be good. Okay, he got behind us. That's fine. He got flipped. One more. I hear him. He's in the elevator. No, he wasn't in the elevator shaft. I was mistaken. Yes, awesome. We have a perk. What do we get? Oh, Who's Who. Okay. I guess Who's Who isn't the worst, because at least it gives us a chance to be able to pick ourselves up. But if we had other perks, if we had Quick Revive, I'd be very sad. Because Who's Who, so you might not know, is like one of the worst perks ever in zombies. And I will not stand for anyone defending this perk. I can understand people defending World at War and Black Ops 1 double tap. Okay, I get that. But Who's Who, no shot, dude. Alright, picture this. You're playing solo, right? And this is going to be solo focused. I'm not talking about co-op zombies. That's not my concern here. You're playing solo. You're on round 60, right? You have Quick Revive and all your perks. And you have Who's Who as one of those perks. Or we'll say you don't have Who's Who. You have round 60, you go down, right? You have the Sliquifier. You go down, Quick Revive brings you back, and yeah, you have no perks anymore. You're going to have to go rebuy your perks, but at least you have the Sliquifier, right? So you're still going to be able to kill zombies. And I don't think the Sliquifier is a one shot forever, but that's beside the point here. So then what happens is you're able to use your Sliquifier and you're able to go get more, you know, whatever you want to say. You can go get your perks, whatever. I don't care. But let's say you have Who's Who. So you have Quick Revive, right? Key point here. You have Quick Revive, you have Jug, you have Speed Cola, you have Double Tap, right? And you go down, and it puts you in Who's Who. And all of a sudden, you don't have any perks, right, in Who's Who. You don't even have a weapon. You just have a pistol all around 60. So if you get trapped in a corner, you can't fire that and get out. You're just dead. And guess what? You might think, oh, if you go down in Who's Who, surely your Quick Revive activates. No, it doesn't. You go down with Quick Revive and Who's Who. Who's Who activates. You go down Who's Who and you're dead. So you don't even get Quick Revive to activate. So it's just it's a worse Quick Revive. Like on high rounds, like sure on low rounds, you know, you might be able to weasel your way around, but on high rounds, it is just so risky to use Who's Who. I do not love the perk. Now, of course, because we have no other perks, if we went down right now, we'd be dead regardless. So at least it gives us a chance, right? But if we had Quick Revive, I'd be a little sad that we also have Who's Who. But for now, I think the strategy is working. We'll just keep circling around. It's a little... maybe that's why people do it in the other area, just because it looks prettier. Because I'll admit, you know, being in what looks like just a Chinese restaurant, it is a Chinese restaurant. In fact, well, because we're in China, so it's just a restaurant. Maybe not the prettiest sight. But outside, you know, you get to see all the pretty dragons and everything, which is cool. Very cool map, man. I wish Die Rise didn't get all the hate it gets. People are... because, oh my gosh. This was whenever I was newer on YouTube, and I made a video on Die Rise. It's like the most hated map ever, right? Because for one, it is one of the most hated maps, because like, no, it's transit and everything. It's like, yeah, man, that's called clickbait. And it's not bad clickbait, but it gets clicks. It's fine. But so many, I don't get it. I mean, maybe... I don't know, I think other COD Zombies YouTubers are just as bad about it. I think it's one of the least clickbaity things I could have done. I call challenges the hardest challenger, you know, the whatever all the time. So that was so crazy. People were getting so mad, like, no, Die Rise does suck, but it's not the worst. It's like, okay, or it's not the most hated. That was just something I was thinking about, because this was months ago as well. Keep that in mind. But... I love this map, man. I understand people not like the verticality, not liking the parkour and everything, because it is a lot different than, you know, the quote-unquote average zombies experience. But man, if I don't still love it, if I don't still think it is just an obscene amount of fun. Ah, I don't know. It has such a cool wonder weapon. It has like the aesthetic. For one, how many maps do we even have set in Asia, right? So not including Vanguard because I didn't play that game. World at War we have Shino Numa, which I believe is set in Asia because it's Division 9, right? So we have Shino Numa, and that's it. And then Black Ops 1, we don't have anything set in Japan. Or Asia, rather. Not necessarily Japan, but just Asia. And then Black Ops 2, we have this map. And I believe that's it for Black Ops 2. Black Ops 3, we have Zetsuba no Shima, which is again Division 9, so that's set in Asia, specifically Japan, I believe. Now, and I think that's it. I don't think there's anything in Black Ops 4 set in this area. The issue with Shino Numa and Zetsuba no Shima is that they're both freaking swamp maps, dude. There's nothing. I mean, sure, swamp maps are cool, but there's no like how do I just Asian like looks. I don't think that's wrong to say. Just I don't know what to call it, like an Asian cultural influence, which I think is a very cool part of this map, is seeing different parts of the culture represented in it. And I don't feel like you get that with just a swamp map. And I think it's so sad because I think that, you know, every culture is cool, and in a game like COD Zombies, which has, you know, a multi... Oh, no. Alright, shoot one. We didn't miss. We're okay. But with a game that has millions and millions of players, like new CODs do, you know, there's definitely... I don't think it's absurd to say COD Zombies has that many players at all. Maybe not currently, but whenever a new COD game comes out and people try it, yeah. I think it's fine to, like, want different cultures and stuff represented in it. I think it'd be cool because we have, like, so many things set in Europe, right? We have so many different scenes in Europe, and I think it's so sad that two of the... And I get for story reasons why they did it, but two of the... you know, maps set in Asia. Ooh, what did we get? Quick Revive. Okay. Oh, dude. The game's trolling me. Do you see how I talked about if we had Quick Revive, I'd be sad? We don't get Jug. We don't get Speed Cola. We don't get anything. Mule Kick would be useless, of course. But, man, the game is really just screwing with me here, huh? But anyways, long story short, I just think it'd be cool to have more maps. Because, like, what? A fourth of the world's population is Asian? So, yeah, that's all I was saying. I think it'd be cool. I think dragons are cool. I think, you know... floral patterns and stuff that are typically represented by China and Japan, you know, with flowers and everything, would be cool. There's a really cool, I think it's called Mori. I think Mori is a custom map I think of that's set in Japan, and has a lot of that. It's a very, very beautiful custom map. And I just think, what could Treyarch do? Because, of course, we say, you know, there's a lot of custom maps that are better than official Treyarch maps, and undoubtedly they are. But I would love to see what Treyarch could do with, like, a proper... what am I trying to say here again? With a proper, like, studio. I'd like to see a... Ooh. Oh, no. We're good. With, like, proper, like, millions of dollars that I'm sure they spend on every map and development and everything. I think it'd be so cool to see what they could do. I think there's a lot of... Like, Atlantis, right? We haven't had a... Did we have an Atlantis map? I'm feeling like we had something ocean-related, but I can't remember what it was. I'm not thinking of Leviathan, but I'm also... I don't know. No, Dead of the Night, I think, was what I'm thinking of. And, of course, that's on a boat. Like, you know, they've not done Atlantis. We have Nuketown, which is, like, America. How many icy maps do we have? We have a good bit of icy maps. We want to consider Origins. We have, what, Dreisendrock, then. Doris is cold, it feels like, on the map. But it's not, like, a necessarily ice map. We have Tag der Toten. Why do I keep taking this path? This path is, like, the worst path. We have Tag der Toten. And all of those, which I think are very, very cool. But yeah, I'd just like to see more zombies maps. I wish we had more zombie maps. Maybe I'm crazy. I feel like one every 3 months is a little... Not to say lazy. I wouldn't say lazy. But I feel like with as big of a studio as Treyarch, like, you could pump out a little bit more than one every 4 months. Surely, right? I guess I don't know. You know what? Hey, I will be happy to say that I don't know how much work goes into each map, because there is a lot, you know, especially in Treyarch maps. They have a lot of replayability, which I think is something that Treyarch maps are really good about, that maybe custom maps aren't, is that replayability factor. I think there have been very few custom maps that I have replayed beyond just I didn't beat it the first time and I wanted to try to beat it. So maybe that. Maybe I don't know what goes all into it, because I think about Cold War, and I think Cold War maps are very cool. I think a lot of work went into Outbreak, which, you know, the zombies community, some people love it, some people don't like it. I personally I don't love it, but I'm also don't hate it. I'm pretty indifferent on it. If I had to choose between Outbreak and round-based maps, I would have taken round-based maps. But I wish that Cold War got more maps than they did, because I like Cold War. I know a lot of people don't like Cold War, but I like Cold War. I think Cold War is cool. I think the UI could have been better, so it didn't look so multiplayer-based. But I think the maps in any other game would be considered very, very neat, very awesome. But what did we have? We had Die Machine, which I love. Firebase Z, which is probably one of, if not my favorite zombie maps of all time. No, it's definitely not my favorite. I'm not saying that. Origins, Mob of the Dead, it's never going to beat those. But it's definitely my favorite Cold War zombies map. It's probably my top 10 zombies maps. Ooh, tough little situation here. There we go. We got out of it, no problem. I thought it'd be worse than it was. That seems so scary. But then, okay, so we had Maudertoten, which I didn't love, I think. I think Mauer was, it was cool, but I didn't super love it. The Cerberus was neat, but I don't know. I don't have a lot of memories on Mauer. And then Forsaken I thought was really cool. I thought the wonder weapon on Forsaken was like extremely awesome. I love that thing. I wish we had more melee weapons like that. Man, I need to do a Forsaken video. I think I might do Forsaken tomorrow because I love that map. I'm going to go through and like, not do the whole Easter egg probably. I don't know. Screw it. We might do the Easter egg. It's not very hard, I remember. I think the most annoying part of it is the boss fight. I think I didn't love the boss fight on Forsaken. But the map itself, I really thought was cool. Like the different areas and everything. I think next round will be our Nova Crawler round. Or not Nova Crawlers. Oh, Jumping Jacks. So we'll get our last perk and we'll probably wrap it up there. I've just been hanging out, talking about zombie maps and everything. Man, it's funny. Last video, I talked about, in the Moon video, I talked about, you know, the direction of the channel and live streaming and stuff like that. And something that was really cool was, or not cool, I'm not going to say it was cool, I thought it was funny. Because I talked a lot about how I plan to live stream, and it'll be very soon, but probably within the next month once I get my mic that comes in Saturday, not Sunday. But I am very busy this weekend. We might have a little bit of uploads missing Saturday and Sunday because I do have the wedding shower and some family plans and stuff. But also, thank you guys for all the well wishes for the wedding. Very, very kind of you all. But I talked about live streaming, and because I always talk also about how I love comments and everything. And it was like, well, bro, if you love comments, why don't you just live stream? And it's like, my man, you gotta watch just a little bit more. And it's my fault because I asked for comments at the beginning, but it's like, no, I want to live stream. I do want to live stream. I'm just waiting. I am so excited because I'm gonna just play zombies maps and talk to chat, and it's gonna be one of my favorite things ever. Let's see. Great. They traverse great distance in a single leap, which of course is a Superman reference, but also quite funny. Or maybe not Superman, but it's a superhero reference. But it's also quite funny because we're on Great Leap Forward. Which, if you don't know, Great Leap Forward is a history reference about China and the development under, who is it? Is Mao Zedong the current one or the one that changed everything? Anyways, China went under like a very big industrial revolution called the Great Leap Forward, which is why it's called that. Let's see what our final perk was. Speed Cola. Speed Cola. Okay. Well, these are the perks we had to work with. Of course, not actually Speed Cola because we're going to go and wrap it up here. But yeah, it's a fun challenge. I'd recommend you all to do it. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. But yeah, have a good one, everybody, and take it easy.